I used to have this idea in my head that workouts had to be grueling and brutal. I think I grew up with too many no fear shirts around me. You know what I mean? Pain is weakness leaving your butthole, or whatever the hell no fear shirt bullshit you saw in 7th grade.
Jokes in the gym. Jokes in the gym. Not jokes in the gym. Jokes in the gym. Jokes in the gym. With Rudy Tyburczy.
What is up, my friends? Welcome to another edition of Jokes in the Gym. And this is a very special one because guess what? It is week 1, day 1 of the 90-day sleigh challenge. If you're participating in that, I'm putting together a challenge for a bunch of friends and people I've known over the years who want to be a part of getting their lives back together. I don't know if it's that intense, actually. It's just about making yourself a little more accountable to work towards your goals. And the way we're doing it is through a health, fitness, community, communication, all that jazz. And maybe a joke. And maybe a joke. There might be a joke in there. You know what I mean? It's a big deal to make a change in your life. It takes time, it takes energy, it takes effort. And if you're like, oh, I want to change who I am, that takes the ability to look at yourself in the mirror, which is not always the most fun. Sometimes, do you ever look in the mirror and you're like, ooh, the fuck is that? Like, that's not what I thought this was. This is not what I signed up for. And I'm not even talking about like physically or body type or whatever. Just like, what did I get to? How did I become this? And if the answer is not what you wanted, this is a perfect chance to make it a little bit closer to what you wanted. So I'm excited to start on April 1st with all my April Fools for this 90-day sleigh challenge. I got a bunch of folks that I'm going to be working with over the next 3 months, and I'm super excited. If you want to get involved, please email jokesandthegym@gmail.com. Find me on the socials, that kind of stuff. And I'd love to have more people involved. It's going to be hopefully fun. It's going to be a big part of the podcast both now and season 2. What I'm going to do is start season 2 in May, which will be 1 month after we've started this 90-day sleigh. So we'll be a little behind. But yeah, season 2 is going to focus on the sleigh, and I'm stoked about that. And not just the sleigh, but I've been reaching out and talking with some other guests as well that have shown interest in being on the pod. So I'm excited to get back into that part as well. It just won't be as breakneck pace as it was in year 1. I scheduled 50 interviews while working out, while doing comedy, all this stuff. And it took a lot of time, energy, effort, resources. I was happy to do it. Had a good time. Having a good time still. Revisiting a lot of episodes. Chatting with folks still. Making the podcast weekly. This is what? Episode 66, dog? Episode of the Beast? You know what I'm talking about. Freaking A. I heard like 90% of podcasts quit after episode 1, and then 90% of those don't even get to episode 20. So the fact that I have continued this makes me feel great. It's a thing I enjoy doing. I like the podcast. I have so many fun ideas for how to grow Jokes in the Gym, not only as a podcast, but in so many other ways. I'm doing this 90-day challenge with my friends as an opportunity to see how it works. I really like a 30, 60, or 90-day timeline to get stuff done. And I think the challenge model is really helpful because you give people the bumpers. I was talking with one of my participants, one of my clients, and he was like, I was like, yeah, you still have to do the work. You still have to throw the ball. I just kind of put a bumper in here and there so you can stay on track. And I'm stumped, pumped, stoked and pumped, stumped, poked. I'm stumped and poked. I'm pumped and stoked. I'm poked and stumped. About this, I'm happy that we're all here right now. And the podcast is going to be a great opportunity for those of you who are involved in the sleigh, in the challenge, to get some more info and insight into how you can better utilize it. So hopefully that will help the crew as well. And if you want to be a participant in it, it's going to be free. The whole thing is going to be free. You can pop in or out on a monthly basis. But the hope is that you stick with it for 90 days. Because as you'll see, like, it's not about beating yourself up all the time, which is what I've done in the gym for years and what I am adjusting in my workout approach. I'm not here to beat myself up, even though I kind of love that. I'm a comedian. That's why I'm a comedian. That's why I do the things I do, is because I do beat myself up, and I want to change that. I don't want it to be this combative experience with myself. I used to have this idea in my head that workouts had to be grueling and brutal. I think I grew up with too many no fear shirts around me. You know what I mean? Pain is weakness leaving your butthole, or whatever the hell no fear shirt bullshit you saw in 7th grade on the middle school playground. And you're like, oh, Roy has a tough no fear shirt. I better look more like a bulldog, or whatever the hell kind of no fear bull crap. I did wear some, but but it's not about that. It's about working out, moving your body, focusing on movement patterns so that you can move in your day-to-day and feel good. How does that sound? I think that sounds nice. I think that sounds pretty good. And that's what I've been teaching around with, is the movement patterns and day-to-day functionality with most of my clients. Most of my clients are, to be honest, in their 70s, because that's who buys personal training at the Y where I'm working. And that's okay. I like that. I like working with clients of all ages and ability levels, and hearing about how our medical challenges might or might not overlap. And you might be surprised at how much they do. But it's been a lot of fun, and there's dozens of folks that are involved in the sleigh already. So if you don't want to get involved, that's totally fine. Or just use it as an opportunity to get on track on your own, silently, for 90 days, right? Who cares if you talk to me about it? If you can do it on your own, I love that. Please do it. Don't tell anyone about it. It will probably feel better if you just do it on your own. Because if you want to be a part of it right now, you want to get my support, then a big part of it is being on the pod, submitting weekly check-in videos, and then 1 or 2 other appearances on the pod. Probably be a little shorter than a typical podcast appearance that I've had historically, but I also like moving towards like a shorter podcast as well. I know I'm all over the place with my times, but sometimes I feel like recording for 20. Sometimes I feel like recording for more. And sometimes I have the time and energy to do more. Sometimes I don't. And that's another part that's important about this whole thing, is like being honest with yourself about your time, energy, and resources that you have. Do you have the time and energy to give a big ass workout in, to do squats, to do deadlifts, to go heavy? Do you have that opportunity today? Or would you be better served to just go to the gym and work out for 30 minutes, do some step-ups, do some push-ups, hop around, twist your body, bend over, hinge it up, baby. That's the hinge. The hinge is a bend and a thrust. Oh my gosh, I love the hinge. I am going to make videos on the movement patterns. That's another thing, is to increase the like the videos I put up on YouTube, because I love YouTube right now. YouTube, I'm a little hooked on. That's what I'm on these days. I'm hooked on YouTube. That's what I need to work on. Like, CNN is my red meat. Like, I need to cut down on YouTube, dude. It is not helping me. So today I kind of did something different. I was like, you have a handful of channels that you follow, and rather than watch like 4 videos from each, I might watch 1 from each instead. That's like how I'm starting to cut down, starting to be more mindful. And so like that's a big part of this, is like, what can you do to be more mindful about what you put in your body and the effort that you put out? What is it? What are you chucking in there? Oh my gosh. Once I had I went to the butt doctor last week. I have a colonoscopy scheduled, and that's a part of life. That's a part of growing up. It was a nice lady who was the doctor. I had to drop trow, show her my cheeks. She poked around in there, and I told her that I had a doctor once before in Korea. When I lived in Korea, I had a medical doctor. He was the foreigner doctor. He was a Korean guy, but he was in Itaewon, right across from our home bar, RMT. Shout out to RMT, rest in peace, baby. Shout out to Itaewon, where my Itaewon pride at. Itaewon freedom, baby. But I was in Itaewon, literally right across from Hooker Hill, and the doctor, after I told him some of my symptoms, he looks at me in the eye and he goes, "Lock the door. I'm going to investigate your rectum." What? And then he did. And then he did. And and he was like, "Have you been putting things in there?" I was like, "You mean other than my keys?" No, no, I hadn't. And then there was a cut in there. It happens, I guess. And so he said to apply this medication liberally. So every time I fingered my butt with that medication, I cursed the bushes, the political bushes. That's a joke. Get it? Joke. Fingered it liberally. Whatever. But so I went to the butt doctor. That's part of life. Growing up, I'm of the age where you can check it out. And so that brings me to my first point about what folks in the challenge can do this week is get your body right. If you got to see a doctor, make an appointment. If you're good to move, if you're good to start a workout program, do it. This is your call. You're doing this. Yeah, I'm going to have you sign a waiver. Sign a waiver. It's not me. If you get hurt, you're doing it. It's a little bit less hands-on than that Korean doctor took. That my approach is going to be a little less hands-on than that. So this week, a couple things that you can do if you're getting ready for the challenge, if you're ready to get going. Happy freaking April Fools, baby. This is not an April Fools. I'm just saying that it is a great day for me and a bunch of comedian friends and comedy lovers to start a challenge to make our lives better. So get your body right, see what's going on. If you got to make a doctor's appointment, cool. Do that. Okay. That's a part of it. Get that physical part going so that you can. If you haven't worked out in a while, just start slow. Okay. Just start going for some walks. Go for a 10-minute walk. Do 20 squats. Do 10 push-ups. Hang around from the pull-up bar for a little while, do something. Push, pull, squat. That's what I tell my clients if they have never really been working out on their own. If you remember anything from day one, push, pull, squat. If you have a good push exercise, like a chest press, a dumbbell press, a shoulder press, something like that. A pull exercise, seated row, lat pull down, pull up, cable row, and then a squat. So like a bodyweight squat or a leg press, a single leg squat, Bulgarian split squat, whatever squat you want. You do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps in all of those exercises in those different movement patterns. That's a good ass workout. Well, it's not just an ass workout. It's an upper body and lower body workout. It's not going to cover everything. It's not going to be the only thing you ever need. But if you're strapped for time and you want to do something, yeah, do some squats, do some push-ups. Have fun with that, because that's going to get you pumping, get the blood moving, right? And that's what we want. So do this check-in with your mind and your body, see where you're at. If you have to check in with another medical professional, somebody on your team, please do that. Please do that. And in addition to that, make sure that you have somewhere to work out. If you haven't been working out already, if you don't have a space to work out, find somewhere that you can do that. Put together a space in your house, in your place, outdoors. I made my outdoor gym during the pandemic. I love that darn thing. And I can get full ass workouts there, total body workouts with the time and energy and resources that I've put into creating that. You've seen some workout videos. I've got a bunch of stuff out there. I love it out there. And oh my gosh, it's this beautiful outside right now. And as it gets nicer, I'm going to be working out there a little bit more. So I'm super excited to help people get their workout spaces together. That was actually in a fitness class I took when I was studying for the fitness and lifestyle specialist certificate at Lane Community College. Shout out to Lane, gotta represent the Titans, dog, the big T, Titans. We had to propose a business, and mine was like backyard gyms with Rudy. But how can I help you build a space that you can get a workout in, that you feel good at, that you're comfortable in? We don't need a ton of equipment to get good workouts in. I did 55 5-minute workout videos with just 2 dumbbells at most. You can get wonderful exercises in with little to no equipment. So if that's an issue for you, reach out. Let me know what you got. Let me know what you want to do, what your goals are, and then we can work from there. But chances are you have everything you need to at least get started right now. Next week, I'm going to start dropping some workout programs. But this first week, do what you're doing. Have a workout in your space at home. Do something at home. Get dressed, put on your workout clothes, do 30 minutes of exercise at home and see how it feels. Get a sweat going. Get your heart rate pumping. Get you know what I mean? So like have at it. Take a bite, take a swing, take a chunk. And if you don't have enough stuff at home, get your stuff you need. Make sure to get your gear. Make sure you got your trunks, your tank tops, your workout shoes, your socks. Make sure you wash your crotch afterwards. Wash your pits. Wash those places. That's part of having the things. Make sure you have a towel. Oh my gosh. If you're in a public space, make sure you be using towels. Your own towel. I would say don't put your feet on the ground of a gym. I see people like working out with no shoes on sometimes. First of all, that's against the rules. And second of all, it's friggin' gross, dude. Have you been to a gym? Do you know what they're like? People are in there sweating. They bring in gross stuff all the time. They bring in awesome stuff too, but it's also gross and gnarly. So make sure that you are doing stuff that's safe, cleanly, hygienic. Wipe your friggin', oh my gosh, you want the number one piece of gym etiquette? Wipe down your equipment. Wipe down your benches that you're using. Please, for the love of staph infections, wipe down your equipment. People freaking die from that stuff. So people are often like, I don't know about gym etiquette. I don't know what to do at the gym. Rudy, what is that? I want to know how to act here. Well, rule number 1, be mindful of your surroundings. Know who's there. Know what's going on. I love the gym because there's like 100 people in there moving around tons of weight all the time. Like there's a lot of us working really, really hard side by side with each other. And I friggin' love that. It's so beautiful. That's why I love being able to work at the Y in a wellness center, in this facility that people come to improve their bodies, their lives, their minds. How cool is that? I get to talk with people about their biceps. Ladies come to talk to me about their butts. And I'm like, great. I'm happy to help you work on your glutes. There's so many wonderful ways to do that here at the gym. So if you but I am moving away from like body part splits and focusing on different body parts because I'm working on some stuff. I'm going through some health challenges. And so I'm going to be focusing more on overall health and holistic health rather than the old mindset that I used to have, the bodybuilding mindset, which I love. I'm so thankful that I got into like Flex Magazine and Pump and Iron and that kind of stuff. But at the same time, bodybuilding is not called healthy building for a reason. It's building your body. And people can build a lot of impressive physiques, attributes, but they can also cause some real damage as well. So be careful when you start working out. One of the big things that people often do is to overdo it too early. And so that's why I don't want to like jump in like, all right, day one, we're just doing it. We're never going back. Do the burpees. Fuck burpees. Do the. It's like, just do something. Do something. I love something. I love you. I want you to love you and feel good about what you're doing to make your life better. So it's been really fun to be a trainer over these past 6 months or so with folks and really get my feet wet in the field. It's been an eye-opening experience. I'm excited to keep doing it. I want to help people. I want to continue to help people work out, and I'm stoked that I get to, pump some iron as a big part of my job. It's pretty darn cool. So I'm stoked that you're here listening to this or not. If you're not listening to this, I hope you have a blessed day. If you are listening to this, I hope your day's even more blessed. All right? That's what you get for listening, more blessedness. So yeah, those are some things you can do. What else can you do? Look at your schedule. Look at your schedule for the upcoming week. Where are you going to be able to work out? Where can you put those times in? Do you need to get your gym bag ready, or can you just do it at home? Do you need to make a protein shake ahead of time? What do I recommend? 1 or 2 scoops of protein powder. I use organic stuff, usually vegan. Right now, I have some Fruity cereal organic protein that literally tastes like Fruit Loops. It's insane. I love it. And then I also cut that with just a bland, no flavor one because I don't want to do all Fruit Loops protein. You know what I mean? Not that I'm into 2 cans Sam, but not that much. I don't need 2 cans of Sam at a time. So get your protein stuff around. Make sure that you're filling your pantry with healthy foods. You got whole foods that you're working on. Protein, fiber, greens, legumes. I love legumes. Oh my gosh. This is not going to be me giving you a meal plan necessarily. I can help you with meal planning. I can give you resources. I can give you input and feedback, but the main things I'm going to say is eat mindfully, focus on whole foods, and as far as like macros or whatever, focus on getting enough protein. So we probably are not getting enough protein. 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, per pound of ideal body weight. And do I get that? I do not think so. I'm mostly plant-based, or I go mostly vegan. And it is sometimes challenging to get enough protein in there. I'm not going to lie. But if you focus on protein, fiber, and water, whole foods spaced throughout the day, just shoot for like 150 grams of protein, at least. See what happens. You may be there already. You may not. And take a couple days to write down what you're eating. Know what you're taking in your body, thinking about it. Okay. Do I eat perfectly? Of course not. No freaking way. I'm a snack attack master. I'm addicted to cookies. We just got through the holiday season. I had 4,000 types of different cookies. I love cookies. They're the reason for the season, dog. But part of why I feel comfortable eating them as much as I do is because I work out. And I'm not like gorging on cookies. I don't know, though. You put a box of Annie's Bunny Grams in front of me. Oh my gosh. I buy that on Tuesday. We're lucky to get to Wednesday night with those Bunny Grams intact. You know what I love about those Bunny Grams? They're like 4.1 calories per bunny. And I'm like, what an adorable way to get fat. I'm not getting fat. I don't want to get fat. Who cares though? If you got fat, you got fat. It's another part of life. Fat doesn't mean shit. You can still move around, do your thing. If you want to change it, you can probably change it. And I'm here to help folks move in the direction they want to, whatever that is. Whether the scale's going up or going down. And some of my intake questionnaires, 2 of the first ones that I received, I asked people about their goals and what they want to accomplish. And one of them was like, I got to lose 10 to 15 pounds. And the next one was like, I got to gain 10 to 15 pounds. And I was like, yeah, that's how it goes. Like, that's what we're all in different places. Most of the folks that are in the 90-day Slay are in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. And so I'm excited to work with folks who are already doing their thing. A lot of the people that I'm working with, y'all are rocking it already. You're on board. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. You wouldn't be here if you weren't committed. You wouldn't be doing the sleigh if you didn't want to make a change in your life. So, hey, babe, I'm stoked. I'm stoked. And so, yeah, another part of the whole 90-day sleigh challenge is going to be, like I said, weekly video prompts. And I'll also do check-ins, emails, text, that kind of stuff. So keep your eyes peeled. If you have questions, always feel free to reach out to me. And this week on your video prompts, I want to hear 3 things. What are you looking forward to? What are you not looking forward to? And what else should we know? I want people to be able to do this together. I want people to learn from each other and see how other people are getting through stuff. And so include that, maybe say your name as well. Oh, and another thing, journals. I one of my things that I love is being able to journal, writing down. I'm getting back into it again. I've had so many journal types over the years, but the 90-day sleigh challenge journal is just going to be a Google sheet with 2 columns in it, one for mind, one for body, and 90 days alongside it. And all you have to do is write down one little thing in each of those each day that you did for your mind and your body. And if you put 10 in a row together, I'll give you an extra entry into the drawing I'm going to do at the end of the sleigh. I don't know what you could win, but there's going to be a drawing. There's going to be several drawings at the end of the 90-day sleigh. I want to make some swag. I want to give out some gym fun gear, fun gym gear, gun fim gear. And yeah, we're not doing this to get shit other than a rock and bod. At least I hope you're not doing it to get something other than improving your friggin' life. A little more confidence, a little more joy, a little more empowered in yourself. That's one of the things I love about the gym. That's one of the things I love about the gym. It's so friggin' empowering when you like break a PR, you do an extra push-up, you get another rep or 2 in. Ooh, baby. Natural endorphins. Talk about a natural high. That's what we're all about. Getting high on our own supply. Because we can. And we will. And we shall. In the 90-day sleigh. Right? Anyways. People be doing a lot of stuff. I'm not, and that's not to say you should be doing that much stuff. I should not. I've gotten some signs that I should not be doing that much stuff. And yet here I am, still doing a lot of stuff. So that's something that I have always struggled with, and I have a feeling that it will continue to be a challenge, is knowing when to put on the brakes. So I have always thought that it was a positive, that it was an attribute, that I was able to push through and do stuff when I didn't want to, when I wasn't feeling great, when my body was tired or whatever. And I don't think I hold the same opinion of that anymore. I'm getting older and I want my energy to be abundant throughout the day. And I have found that I kick my ass so much at the gym that sometimes it does leave me feeling pretty drained. And so that's going to be one of my main things that I'm working on. If I had to submit a 1-minute video about what I'm looking forward to, what I'm not looking forward to, and anything else, it would look something like this. Oh my gosh. What's up? My name's Rudy. I'm pumped about the 90-day sleigh. I'm excited to focus on some areas of my health that I haven't focused on as much as I should have previously. Attention to detail, my inner health, how working out leaves me energized or not, or feeling depleted, and what I might not be looking forward to is finding out those results. When I actually look in the mirror and see where I'm at, see what I need to do in order to get there, I think it's going to involve reducing a lot of the things that I love. And that's too bad. I've already started that process, I don't beat myself up as much as I once did if I didn't, if I'm not as active in one way or another. I'm still writing. I'm still excited. I just don't go out at night as much because I'm tired, and that's okay. And yeah. So those are some things. I'm excited to get an alternative view at how I'm doing, and I'm nervous about what the future might hold. But I'm also excited. It'll be good. I hope your loved ones are having a nice week, a nice month, or just a nice moment. I hope you can take a nice deep breath, breathe it in, suck it in, blow it out. In through the nose, out through the butt. There we go. Let's have some fun. I used to do that on stage. I still will because it's fun. It makes me laugh. But yeah, don't forget to take some breaths. Get to bed early. Hydrate the shit out of yourself, literally. And have a great friggin' day. I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.
Jokes in the gym. Jokes in the gym. Not jokes in the gym. Jokes in the gym. Jokes in the gym. With Rudy Tyburczy.